Hi, I'm Jenny Hughes, trauma psychologist and founder of the Brave Trauma Therapists Collective. Today, I want to talk about EMDR, or eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. I know it's a mouthful, and you never have to remember those words again because everyone just calls it EMDR. So, EMDR is an evidence based treatment for stress and trauma. It's one of the most widely recognized and most well known evidence based treatments for trauma, and it has helped literally millions of people process and heal from their past experiences. It's founded on something called the AIP model, or the Adaptive Information Processing model. And this helps us understand how the brain really is able to heal itself. So, just like if you get a cut on your arm, your body can heal that back together, right? Well, our brain is able to do the same thing because it's made up of a network of all of our neurons and all of our memories, good, bad, and ugly. When the good or adaptive part of our memory network comes into contact with the bad or traumatic parts of the network, this self healing process is able to happen. Unfortunately, when stress and trauma happens in our lives, there are times when our brain can't go through this natural healing process. And then these trauma memories can get stuck out there in the network, like they're just kind of floating out there with nowhere to go but be in your conscious awareness. And when these experiences don't have the opportunity to get processed, it can be really, really stressful when we remember, think about these stress and trauma experiences. EMDR helps us process through this using a number of mechanisms and something called bilateral stimulation. So, bilateral stimulation, or BLS, can be through things like eye movements back and forth, follow my fingers. It can be through tapping or even through auditory sounds. Through this process with an EMDR therapist, you work together to pick a trauma memory and bring it up so it turns on that memory network. And then with bilateral stimulation, we work on processing that memory to connect the adaptive memory network with the unprocessed trauma memory. Again, so the brain can heal itself. There's lots of benefits to EMDR, starting with the fact that we can work on so many different kinds of stress and trauma, whether they are big T traumas like a car crash or a little T trauma like a rupture in an important relationship. Through EMDR, you get to work with a trauma therapist to unstick these memories so you can start living again, or maybe even for the first time. Another big benefit of EMDR is that it can help us not only work on things that happened in the past, but also on those current or present triggers and prepare us for the future. This is called the three-pronged approach to EMDR, and it's a super comprehensive way to make sure that we process stress and trauma in a complete and holistic way. After doing EMDR, lots of clients share that they feel empowered again, that they're finally in charge of their lives. EMDR helps turn down the volume on the intensity of our memories of trauma in a supportive environment with your EMDR therapist. Now, we can never erase any memories, but being able to turn down that volume can make all the difference in our lives. And EMDR is not just for trauma and PTSD. It can also help with anxiety, depression, even sleep and OCD. To learn more about EMDR, the best place to go is the EMDR International Association website. That's EMDRIA, EMDRIA.org. And there you'll be able to find a directory of EMDR trained and EMDR certified therapists that are ready to help you reach your goals when it comes to healing from stress and trauma. So thank you so much for joining me to learn more about EMDR today. Be sure to like and follow for more videos on overcoming stress, trauma, and PTSD.